Today I am back in the 2024 CR-V Hybrid Sport. We just went over 10,000 miles, and if you keep driving you're gonna get a maintenance notification. This is for the oil change, the rear differential fluid change, and then the brake fluid change. Honestly, I did all of this not too long ago, meaning the oil change, the tire rotation. But there you go. I'll link a video, so I'm not going to go over the stuff I did already last time, which is the oil change, tire rotation. I just want to go over the things I haven't shown before to avoid repetition. When I brought this vehicle for a recall service last week, the tech said that this brake fluid does not need to be changed. It looks a little dark to me. I'm not an expert on this. I'm just gonna, at the very least, refill the cylinder. Let's see if I get a chance to actually flush the remaining lines. To just refill this is very easy. I've shown this on this channel before. You just take a syringe, don't go below the minimum line, just top it off. Brake fluid is hygroscopic, it eats paint, so let's not get on anything we don't want it to get onto, like the plastic, the rubber. If you remember last time my Camry, I had a bottle of leftover brake fluid. You can't use it. It's probably absorbed a lot of water by now. Just get a brand new one, make sure it has a seal, and let's top it back off. Once topped off, it's a little bit lighter. What you could do is, if you're just refilling this master cylinder, you could drive a few times, repeat it, and it'll get lighter. If you can, top it all the way to the top and then do the flush. So unlike older cars where you started from the wheel furthest from the car or furthest from the front, it looks like modern Hondas, you start from the front left for that matter, right? Take out the protective cap here. And here's where I couldn't find too much information on the order following this wheel. It looks like that you start from the front two, front left, front right. But then where it gets confusing is which one comes next. It seems like that most people want to do the rear right first and then finally the rear left. If you're doing the full flush, top it up all the way. I'm doing the one-person method. Add some fresh brake fluid to the bottom so it doesn't suck up air when you pump the pedal. This is a 10mm flare nut wrench with a piece of flexible hose. You really want to use a clear one so you can see the bubbles coming out. I don't have one. Just going to go off of intuition. If you want full details, I have shown this in my Camry video, which you can find here. I'm not going to go through all of that here. It's the exact same process. Just repeat for all 4 wheels. After you are done with a wheel, you close the bleeder screw. Put a top under there. This is 89 inch-pounds for torque. Before you get to the next wheel, let's cap it off. Refill the master cylinder, top it off. I'm not going to show that. On the last video, an actual mechanic suggested using some anti-seize here on this rotor, hub lip, whatever you want to call it, so that when you take out the wheel next time, it doesn't get stuck. Thank you for that advice, much appreciated. While doing this, in retrospect, it's probably better not to fill it all the way to the top. I think it's better to stop at max. What's happening is that when I'm pushing the pedal, it's really stiff. I hear some clicking, clunking noises. Then all of a sudden, it just gets really, really easy. Once it gets to this area right here, some technician out there, mechanic, please correct me if I'm wrong. Make sure we help someone else out on this channel. I don't want to give out the wrong information. But yeah, I would just maybe start from max and then just keep a really close eye on it. Never let it go below the minimum, right? For the rear diff, here's the fill plug right up here. It's a 3/8 head. And then on the other side here, is the drain. You want to remove the fill first so that if something happens here, you're not stuck without oil. If your car is older, one of these cheater pipes might be useful if you can fit it under here. But this is a relatively new car, so it's not too big of a deal. Again, make sure you get the fill out first. Depending on how well filled it was before and how level your garage is, some fluid might leak out. All right. Let's repeat for the drain side. FYI, they have you do this pretty early on. This is a magnetic drain plug. Any shavings from the break-in will be here. Not sure if you can see that, but that's why you have to do it, or it's recommended to do it sooner than you would think. It takes 1.3 or 1.5 quarts to replace it. I'm gonna change out these fill and drain crush washers. They are pretty expensive, so you might be able to reuse these once or twice. Before I refill it, I'm gonna tighten this to 35 pound-feet. If you don't have a torque wrench, you're just gonna have to do it by feel. It's hard to record and do so with one hand, but that's it. Let's fill her up. So here I'm just using a little screw-on pump, right? It's kind of convenient and annoying at the same time because you have to press on this many times, but it will work. You're gonna be here for a while. Just tuck that little hose right there. Just I'm pressing against the control arm here. And just all you gotta do is keep pumping until the fluid comes out of the fill port. You want to slightly overfill this, especially if you're parked on an incline or you're not completely level. Okay, so yep, just keep going. Just with my cheating method here. The fluid has started coming out. Used about a bottle and a little under a half. Same thing, torque this to 35 foot-pounds and you are done. Wait for a satisfying click. All right, just for proof. And it's done. Make sure the crush washer is there, especially on the drain side. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad day. So I had a bit of a scare earlier. When I turned the car back on, all the brake warning lights were on. There was a big yellow brake light, collision avoidance system, lane keep assist. All that was flashing. Not sure what the heck happened. Maybe there's still air in one of the modules somewhere. Backed out of the garage and then it all went away. Not sure what happened, but I'll take it. All that's left is the maintenance due warning. The important thing is when you step on the brake, the pedal doesn't sink, right? You'll know if you have spongy brakes. It'll be very obvious. But I'm glad I didn't make a bigger problem. These new cars just have so many different systems. When I had the Camry, that doesn't even have ABS. You literally just flush the brakes and that's it, right? With modern cars, you make one little mistake or one little step and then it'll start throwing all sorts of Christmas tree lights at you. All in all, I spent $51 at Honda. A lot of it was actually the washers. One of the drain washers for the rear differential was $6. The other one was $2, which is pretty expensive for a washer. The fluid itself, 2 bottles, I have $30, about $30 for that. And then the oil filter was $10, which is a little bit more expensive than I remember. So maybe everything is getting more expensive nowadays. Mobil 1 oil was maybe about $25, 50 plus 20-ish, $75. But let's just say less than $100, right? I'm sure there's probably some things I forgot. If you go to a dealer, I think this A167 is probably a few $100s. If you want to see some additional tools and products used in this video, be sure to check out the description below. As an Amazon associate, I do earn a small commission on all qualifying purchases. That's it for today. If you guys want to see my long-term thoughts on this car, 2024 model, but it's 2026 now, 10,000 miles. I have a love-hate relationship with it as a parent, right? New parent, that's the reason why I got this car. So if you guys want some feedback on that, let me know and I'll find some time to make that video for you guys. Thank you, and I hope you all have a good day. Today's repair was maybe a 2 out of 5, just because of those scary lights, but more or less not too bad, right? If you got some basic mechanical skills. The reset should be the same as last time. Let's go to here. Let's go to vehicle settings. Maintenance info. Reset, select the items.